Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to the 132nd graduation exercise of Fishburne Military School. It's a distinct honor and pleasure for me to introduce the chairman of the Board of Trustees for the Fishburne-Hudgens Educational Foundation, Joseph B. Yount, Esquire, class of 1956.
Senator Hanger, honored guests, gentlemen of the Cadet Corps, the Board of Trustees is proud to join Colonel Zinsser in extending you a most hearty welcome in this hour of triumph of character and achievement for those who have followed the traditions, done the work, met the challenges, and earned the right to graduate from Fishburne Military School. Today, you graduates become a worthy part of a long and distinguished history. Senator Hanger himself, who so ably exemplifies in this century one of the Shenandoah Valley's great pre-Revolutionary War families, will tell you with pride that two young brothers named Hanger, his local kinsman, signed the enrollment book and attended Fishburne's very first class back in 1879. We rejoice in the fact that the Fishburne experience continues to endow our sons with wisdom, knowledge, honor, integrity, respect for others, and firm commitment to success. To friends and families gathered here, I extend the same admonition we have given our cadets. Go forth in joy. Come back often. Remember us kindly. I ask that you stand and join with me in prayer and remain standing thereafter. God of grace and God of glory, bless and protect each and every constituency of the Fishburne family. Our cadets, those men and women who have wrought their good work among us as teacher, mentor, and friend. Those who have traveled near and far to share our joy today. Safeguard our leaders and the men and women who serve America and the cause of freedom in combat and otherwise on land, sea, and air. And renew in all our hearts the love for one another that is among your greatest gifts. Amen. And now I ask that you please join me in singing Seth Baldwin's stirring words, echoing here across the decades, to Hail to Fishburne, the Fishburne hymn. Hail to Fishburne, Fishburne, hail, this our loyal last refrain. Ere the crumbling mountainside is level smoothly with the plain, sound the bugles, forward comrades, drummers beat, a bright tattoo through your portals to the future. FMS, we march with you. On the hilltop, students gather, fall in line, a rousing throng. Hark, the masked cadets advancing to a hearty marching song. On the hilltop, evening's falling, nights in barracks guide the throng. Back to harbor in their quarters as they sing a marching song. Hail to Fishburn, Fishburn, hail, this our loyal last refrain. Ere the crumbling mountainside is leveled smoothly with the plain, sound the bugles, sleep well, comrades, drummers beat a last tattoo through your portals to the future. FMS, we march with you. Please be seated.
The Hastings Medals are awarded in memory of General David C. Hastings, United States Army, salutatorian FMS class of 1932, and in honor of his son, Commander David C. Hastings, Jr., U.S. Navy, salutatorian FMS class of 1966. General Hastings served heroically in World War II and received the Bronze Star with Combat V for his attempted rescue of a fellow soldier in an armed conflict encountering Hitler's Waffen-SS. Commander Hastings was awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Medal for Individual Heroism for his rescue of a fellow airman after his jet fighter crashed on the deck of the aircraft carrier USS Forstall. The Hastings Medals are awarded to the valedictorian and the salutatorian of each graduating class. The academic achievements of these cadets exemplify the determination and tenacity of these two former FMS salutatorians. Mrs. Johnson will come forward and present the salutatorian medal to Cadet Wrigley. The valedictorian for the class of 2011 is Cadet Yang. Cadet Yang, forward, front and center. Mrs. Johnson will now present the valedictorian medal to Cadet Yang. Cadet Yang. Cadet Yang will now present his valedictorian address.
Colonel Ginger, Board of Trustees, faculty, parents, my fellow cadets, and honored guests. Today is a day to be inspired. Today, the graduating class of 2011 embarks on a new journey that begins as we leave through these doors. The world is at our fingertips, and it is up to us to make something of ourselves. As I look out at the seniors before me, I see cadets who have come from many parts of the United States and the world. We may be diverse in our origins, but we have come together at Fishburne to form the accomplished class of 2011. Over the years, we have had hardships that have created challenges for us. With different backgrounds, we have had to adjust to new lives at Fishburne. We have had tests, sporting events, and personal trials that have required us to work diligently to overcome them. By not giving up, we have found success. Today is a bittersweet day. As cadets, we have made friends that we are reluctant to leave behind. When we leave Fishburne today and walk through the archway for the last time as a cadet, our lives will go in many directions. Just as we came together from many parts of the world, our futures will take us many parts of the world. No matter where we go, we will always remember the friendships we have made, the valuable lessons we have learned, and the knowledge we have acquired. As we move forward in our lives, it is important to remember from where we have come. We give our gratitude to our parents and families who instilled in us a passion for learning and for life, and who have always encouraged us to reach for our dreams. We also give many thanks to our teachers, counselor, the commandant and his staff, and coaches who have been beside us during our academic journeys, giving us valuable lessons in education and in life, to live honorable lives. We must always remember these people, for without them, we would not be people we are today. No matter where our future takes us, I know that the class of 2011 will pursue more education. We have worked hard to get where we are today, and our parents, teachers, and friends have helped us along the way. But starting from today, it is up to each one of you to take full charge of our lives and create our own success. Edward Koch, a famous mayor of New York City, said, "The fireworks begin today. Each diploma is lighted match. Each one of you is a fuse." And I say, let us be the fuse that lights a way for the other. Let us be the fuse that lights a way for the others in the world. Be the fuse creates change for a better world. Let today be the beginning of great things to come. The future is now up to each one of us. Good luck and congratulations.
I was so taken with that speech, I forgot my place. In addition to awarding of the diplomas today, we are here to recognize and honor those cadets who have excelled in their coursework throughout the year, and to present special awards and scholarships to cadets for their qualities of character and their contributions to the school. For the academic medals, I will call the cadets to the front according to the department making the award. And in the interest of time, please hold your applause until we are through with each of the awards given in each department. Headquarters, Fishburne Military School,
Special Order Number 35, Waynesboro, Virginia, 21 May 2011. In accordance with Fishburne Military School regulations, the following awards are announced. First will be a series of Scholarship Excellence Medals. The English Department. Cadets, when you hear your name, you will come forward. 8th grade English, Jacob L. Ligon. Freshman English, Yale G. Oseroff. Sophomore English, Tyler Christian Daniels. Junior English, Derek M. Rogers. Senior English, Charles T. McMillan. And dual enrollment composition, this is the college level class, is Benjamin Gomez. Thank you, gentlemen. The Mathematics Department. These awards will be presented by Ms. Gray. Algebra 1, Min Ho Cho. Geometry, Austin B. Plitt. Pre-Calculus, Mahmoud Ahmad Solomon. Calculus, Derek M. Rogers. Thank you. Science Department. These awards will be presented by Captain Pullen. The Wade Parker Earth Science Award, Yale G. Oseroff. Biology, Chance M. Berry. Chemistry, Kyle A. Harvey. Physics. The Physics Award will be given in memory of James and Priscilla Cross. James Lee Cross devoted his life to physics, service to his country and the world, and to family. He believed that the world's greatest philosophers were physicists because only through a knowledge of physics can one attempt to understand our world and our universe. The award this year is presented to Alexander A. Burkhardt. Thank you. Social Studies will be presented by Mrs. Jones. World History, Colin M. Green. U.S. History, Derek M. Rogers. Government, Mahmoud Solomon. Thank you. And then Spanish. The Spanish Award will be presented by Mr. Corbett, and the Spanish Award goes to Tyler Christian Daniels. Thank you. We'll now be going to a series of special scholarships and awards. I will tell you that when I get toward the end, I will let you know, because sometimes we wonder, when will this end? So I will give you a heads up when we're getting toward the last few. The Beasley Foundation Tuition Assistance Award is given to a deserving Fishburne cadet to perpetuate the memory of Frederick W. Beasley, founder of Frederick Military Academy, which operated in Portsmouth, Virginia until 1985. This year, the award is presented to Tyler Christian Daniels, presented by Colonel Zinser. Thank you. Blaine and Charlotte Mikesell established the Mikesell Scholarship in honor of her brother, Dr. R. James Lawton, a Fishburne-Hudgens Educational Foundation trustee and proponent of private education. It is awarded to a deserving Fishburne cadet. The award this year is presented to David J. Brooks, presented by Mr. Kirby. The Miriam P. Truesdell Endowment Fund provides tuition aid for the Fishburne Band, as well as tuition assistance to 2 or more cadets who demonstrate loyalty and dedication to Fishburne Military School. This year, the award is presented to Austin B. Plitt and David Jennings, presented by Colonel Zinser. The Augusta Military Academy Honor Award is to be presented annually to a Fishburne cadet who exemplifies the qualities of leadership, sportsmanship, honor, and integrity that characterized the outstanding cadets of both schools during the 7 decades of the oldest military prep school rivalry in the Southeast. This year, the award is presented to Sean P. Wrigley, presented by Colonel Siegel. Thank you. The Foundation President's Award is presented annually by the Fishburne-Hudgens Educational Foundation to the outstanding member of the underclass. The award this year is presented to Harold W. McCoo III, presented by Mr. Yount. The Colonel Denzel E. Winden Memorial Scholarship is given to an underclassman exhibiting qualities of dedication, intellect, and wit. Chosen to receive this scholarship is Alan Michael Davis, Jr., presented by Lieutenant Colonel Smith. The Francis F. and Felix E. Edmonds Scholarship is awarded annually to that cadet who has in all ways exemplified those certain qualities of overall excellence which have clearly contributed to making Fishburne more than just another school. Chosen to receive the scholarship this year is Brian Draper. The presented by Mr. Young. Thank you. The Cadet Major Clifford Keith Mangum Annual Memorial Scholarship is presented to that cadet whose superior achievement in all areas is based on hard work and dedicated effort. The plaque with recipient's name is permanently located in our school's foyer. Chosen to receive this scholarship is Royce M. Pinner, presented by Mr. Kirby. The Colonel Robert H. Weiss Scholarship is given by an alumnus in honor of Colonel Weiss to an underclassman who demonstrates qualities of leadership, determination, discipline, and dignity. And we all know that that is who Colonel Weiss is, and we're so happy to have him here with us today. This year, the award goes to Jer A. Ogilvie. The Frank Wooten Memorial Award is presented to the cadet who has been at Fishburne prior to his junior year and who is selected as an all-round representative of the junior class. It is presented this year to Derek M. Rogers, presented by Colonel Zinzer. John Thomas Hardy, class of 1927, who was a true friend, loyal supporter, and valued trustee of Fishburne Military School, established a scholarship in memory of his beloved wife, Catherine. For more than 50 years, no cause was more important to Catherine Hardy than Fishburne Military School, and during those years she supported its highest calling and promoted its finest purpose. Catherine Shannon Hardy loved the school as much as its proudest cadet. The recipient of the Catherine Shannon Hardy Memorial Scholarship is Denver B. Lawrence, presented by Mr. Young. Given in honor of a former trustee, class of 1934 by his late widow, the Woodrow O. and Catherine Hewitt Memorial Scholarship provides needed tuition assistance to a cadet who demonstrates scholarship excellence and athletic ability. This year, the scholarship is awarded to Kyle J. Hale, presented by Mr. Yount. The John Arley Nixon Memorial Award is presented annually to the underclassman who demonstrates outstanding leadership ability. The award this year is presented to Colin M. Green, presented by Mrs. Johnson. The William A. Kelting Award is presented to that cadet who exemplifies exceptional loyalty to the school and to the Corps of Cadets. This award is presented to Min Ho Cho, presented by Mrs. Johnson. Thank you. The Barrington W. Kennard Memorial Award is given annually to that cadet rendering outstanding service to the cadet community. And that means just not only cadet community, but to the broader community as well. This year, the award goes to Benjamin Gomez, presented by Lieutenant Colonel Smith. Colonel Edward Powell Childs, Jr. Tuition Assistance Fund was established with a gift by Mr. J. Thomas Hobby, class of 1932, to honor the memory of Colonel Childs, who served Fishburne for over 40 years as instructor, headmaster, superintendent, and superintendent emeritus. He retired in 1964. He was a charter member of the Fishburne-Hudgens Educational Foundation and served as its vice president and treasurer, and was trustee at the time of his death in 1978. The deserving cadet has shown a commitment to the Fishburne way of life and embodies the spirit of caring for others, modeled so well over the 4 decades by Colonel Childs. Chosen this year is Yale G. Oseroff, presented by Colonel Zinser. The Colonel Robert Carroll Miller Award, presented in honor of the 6th superintendent of Fishburne Military School, and is given to the graduating senior. Now this is important, selected by his classmates, as showing the greatest concern for the well-being of his fellow cadets. The plaque with recipient's name is permanently displayed in our school's foyer. This year, the award is presented to Sean P. Wrigley, presented by Mr. White. The Rawlings Memorial Award, which is given to the seniors selected by the faculty, is showing outstanding qualities of loyalty, dependability, and unselfishness. It's presented by Dr. and Mrs. J.A. Rawlings in memory of their son, Harry Dorset, class of 1943. This year, this award goes to Krishna K. Shukla, presented by Colonel Zinser. We now are at the point where we have 4 awards or special scholarships available. The Instructor's Award is given to the member of the senior class selected by the faculty as the most satisfactory cadet. This year, this award is presented to Inchol Yang, presented by Colonel Seaver. The Alexander Moore Bayer Memorial Scholarship is given annually by Alex's parents to the rising junior or senior cadet who reflects the courage, patriotism, purpose, and love of others that characterize the all too brief life of Fishburne's 2001 battalion commander, an Apache attack helicopter pilot whose service as Chief Warrant Officer in the United States Army's 101st Airborne Division epitomized the qualities we honor in the best of our citizens: soldiers, athletes, and loyal alumni. The scholarship is awarded to Novak A. Porter, presented by Dr. Bailey. The Foundation President's Distinguished Service Award is presented annually by the President of the Fishburne-Hudgens Educational Foundation to that cadet who has given unselfishly of his time, energy, and ability to further the heritage and traditions of Fishburne Military School. The plaque with recipient's name is permanently displayed in the school's foyer. This year, the award is presented to Brian E. Watkins, presented by Ms. Lee. And lastly, Fishburne Military School's highest award is the Roger B. Kirchhoffer Distinguished Service Medal. It is given to that senior cadet who best exemplifies Lieutenant Kirchhoffer's virtues of unselfishness, courage, and loyalty to his men, his country, and his God. The Fishburne Battalion commander of 1944, Lieutenant Kirchhoffer served in the Pacific in World War II and was decorated for bravery in combat in the Korean War. He died in a North Korean prison camp protecting his men. The Roger B. Kirchhoffer Distinguished Service Medal is awarded in his memory to Alexander A. Burkhardt. Thank you.
Great honor today to introduce the graduation speaker. Commonwealth of Virginia Senator Emmett W. Hanger, Jr. has represented the 24th District, which encompasses a large part of the Shenandoah Valley and part of Central Virginia since 1995. He served in the House of Delegates and prior to that as Augusta County Commissioner of Revenue. As a state senator, Mr. Hanger serves on the Finance, Agriculture, Conservation, Natural Resources, Local Government, and the Rehabilitation and Social Services Committee. He is very involved in matters dealing with educational, mental health, and the environment. Senator Hanger co-chaired the legislative subcommittee, which he patroned, to reform Virginia's tax codes. Senator Hanger holds numerous other leadership positions outside of the Senate. He is the chair of the Joint Subcommittee to study strategies and models for substance abuse prevention and treatment, and is a member of the Board of Trustees for Virginia Foundation for Healthy Youth. He chairs the Board of Visitors for the Virginia School of the Deaf and Blind in Stanton. Senator Hanger holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Management and Economics from James Madison University and an MBA with concentration in accounting, also from James Madison University. He is the owner and broker of Hanger & Associates, a real estate company dealing in commercial real estate, farms, historic estates, business sales, and acquisitions. Senator Hanger served in the United States Army as an infantry leader, rising to the rank of captain. He served for 11 years in the Virginia Army National Guard and for 6 years as the commander of the Harrisonburg National Guard, Company A, 2nd Battalion, 116th Infantry Regiment. He is an Augusta County native, is married to Sharon Hanger, and is the father of 5 adult children. Please welcome Senator Hanger.
Well, good morning. And congratulations straight off for all of you special awards recipients here this morning. This is quite an impressive ceremony. I've had the opportunity to participate in a number of commencement exercises, but this is very impressive. You know, if you ought to had a few more special awards, the only part of my address that I'd actually committed to memory was that opening. Good morning. If you ought to had a few more awards, I would have been wrong on that, wouldn't I? We'd have gone to the lunch hour. Let me just make, as I begin, just a couple remarks. Certainly to be here with J.B. Yunt, he's such a friend to this community, a personal friend, a historian of note, and he of course acknowledged the Hanger family was here at the very beginning. The Hanger family was here in Waynesboro very early on. In fact, they had a mill and a distillery. Now, of course, that distillery got some of us in trouble along the way in the family history, but they had the entrepreneurial spirit way back then. You know, this one of the things that makes this run so smoothly and such an impressive exercise, it's military. I enjoy the military and the precision that it brings. And when I talked to the colonel earlier this week, I said, you reckon it's going to rain? Because it's been raining all week. And of course, I was thinking y'all would be outdoors. But he said, no, it's absolutely going to be a beautiful day. So he took care of that. But this, I guess, falls in the realm of advice. Where you never stand when you can sit, never sit when you can be laying down. And I guess it also follows that you should never sit out in the elements when you can have a roof over your head. So here we are this morning in a comfortable environment, and I am truly honored to be here with you. Also, in that military planning, it was suggested what I should include in my talk this morning and its duration as far as the length. Well, in the suggestions, it didn't include anything about jokes and humor. And those of you who perhaps had an opportunity to listen to me in the past know if you take the jokes out of any talk that I give, there's not a whole lot left. So we should be all right on that length in terms of staying on task. It's an honor really for me to be here this morning as I address you distinguished graduates, Mr. Yunt and the members of the board, the colonel and all the administration, family, friends, other students here, members of the community. It's an opportunity for me to share with you in a significant occasion in your life and the lives of your loved ones. This school has a proud heritage, and I'm a little uneasy about getting into history with J.B. sitting here because he's the expert in history. But this institution has a proud heritage, a rich heritage of longevity, survival, and prospering, and an outstanding record of successful accomplishments over the many years by its graduates. Mr. Fishburne was apparently a very principled and persistent man. In a family of 14 children, you would have to learn to be persistent just to get somebody to pass you a biscuit at supper time. The history of this school and the trail that led to its founding and growth is an interesting one, and I've recently become more interested in history. Perhaps I should have begun that interest while, as I was still in school, and my history classes would have probably gone a bit further had I developed and cultivated that interest earlier. In addition to representing this area here in Waynesboro, I also, in my current district, represent the city of Lexington and the Washington and Lee University, where the founder of this school received his college education. When Mr. Fishburne was there, Robert E. Lee was in the area, of course, and had the opportunity to be president of Washington College. And if you go just down the road from here, in the area of Greenville, you can find the roots of that prestigious university, Washington and Lee now, out in a field where they have determined that the beginnings of Washington and Lee in a small way, Augusta Academy, was there outside of Greenville, and it was later moved to Lexington and renamed Liberty Hall. George Washington became involved. The legislature wanted to honor and compensate George Washington many years ago, and in so doing, they offered him some stock in James River Canal. At that point in time, the stock was worth $20,000, and he refused that offer, that generous offer from the legislature, until he was convinced that if he took it and then he could give it to some philanthropic entity, that would be okay, and he agreed to that. Well, the short of it was, after pondering it, he decided to give that money to Liberty Hall in Lexington at that point in time, and of course that's why they then honored him by renaming the school Washington College. The point being here is that education has been important here in the Valley, and indeed, as the Valley has played a critical role in the founding and maturation of our nation and has served as a melting pot for the assimilation of cultures, education opportunities for our young people has always been in the forefront when this was the wild frontier. If there's a theme to what I want to say to you this morning, it would basically be that I've titled this, It's a Wonderful Life. And there's an old movie called It's a Wonderful Life. How many of y'all have seen that? Many of y'all seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life? Well, if you haven't, I would recommend it to you. And if you have, most of you have, perhaps I won't dwell on that too long. But just to say that movie was developed and produced in an era where most movies had a happy ending. When that movie was produced back in the I think 1946, your grandparents and great-grandparents, or maybe even, as I look how young you are, your great-great-grandparents had endured the Great Depression. They had just come through the hardship at home and abroad of World War II. And, well, they were ready for happy endings. As those of you who have seen the movie, and for those of you who would wonder how this is pertinent, there was the main character, George Bailey, had gone through life doing good things. He had managed his father's business, a savings and loan institution, but it got to a point that they were down on their luck financially. Times were hard, and they had misplaced some monies, and it appeared that the bank examiners were going to come down on him and he might end up in jail. And he even contemplated suicide. He was just very depressed. An angel came and revealed to him his community and what that community would have been like without his presence. The essence of it was everything was wonderful. That community had benefited tremendously from his involvement, and all ended well. It is indeed a wonderful life. You and your parents set a goal of having you complete your undergraduate education here at Fishburne Military School. You have achieved that goal. Congratulations. Today concludes for you a stage in your formal education. An outstanding achievement for this school and for this class, of course, is that I understand that all of you are already slated to attend and been accepted into institutions of higher learning. But from there on, all of you will take different paths. But whatever its form, education and learning should be lifelong pursuits for all of us. Doctors, lawyers, accountants, politicians, military, radio talk show hosts. None of y'all want to be a radio talk show host, do you? Perhaps there's a future dentist in the group. Any of y'all want to be a dentist? If you do, give me your card. I'm in bad need of a dentist. In fact, I'd let you work on me right today, even without training, if you're going to be a dentist. They're expensive. Indeed, with the rapid change in technology and the nature of work in the workplace, your generation will see challenges that many of us have not had to face. Graduation talks generally focus on a couple of things, advice and challenges. So let me just quickly give some points of advice and then a challenge. First, opportunity. America continues to be the land of opportunity. Opportunities and the freedom to pursue those opportunities are a part of what makes our nation great. By graduating from this school, you have enhanced the opportunities that will be available to you. The statistics on where all of this class is heading in higher education is obviously a good example of that. Second, responsibility. We all have a responsibility to live our lives in a manner that respects the law of the land, self-sufficiency, and the rights and well-being of others. 3, participation. I know y'all have been participating a lot here and are learning the elements of being involved, but the job of building our democracy was not over when our founding fathers wrote the Constitution. It continues today, and if our democracy is to be strong, it requires that we all participate in the decision making. Don't leave the decision to others. Even while you were in college, get involved, pay attention, be active, and vote. 4th, the law of the harvest. We should never expect to harvest until we have sown seeds and tilled the land. Our government is a democracy, but our economic system is based on free market capitalism. Ideally, we should all work, and then we are entitled to enjoy the fruits of our labor. And 5, compassion. As citizens in a free society, we must have compassion for our fellow man. Too often we confuse compassion with sympathy. If we are sympathetic, we may feel sorry for the condition of our neighbors or others in need and still do nothing about it. If we have compassion, we feel the need to help that neighbor in their time of need so that their condition will be improved. The challenge. There's often repeated formula that perhaps you've heard for success, and you've all in varying degrees followed this formula to reach this milestone here today. First, if you want to accomplish something, you've got to decide what it is you want to accomplish. Secondly, you have to determine what the requirements are. Third, you have to decide what you are willing to sacrifice, and assuredly there is always an element of sacrifice in attaining any goal. And then the fourth, and it's very critical, is you be about your work. You must stick to your task if you're going to accomplish your goals. Much of what we are or can become is a result of external forces, no question about that, and influences. Parents and family, friends, teachers, coaches, and really sometimes the luck of the draw. If your goal was to be a star in the NBA and your parents were both 5 feet tall, chances are the luck of the draw is going to say you're not going to be a star in the NBA. But the real measure of the contributions that you will be capable of making must come from within you. That set of rules within you that causes you to be a good person, that causes you to know the difference between right and wrong, that causes you always to tell the truth, that causes you to respect the rights of others, that causes you to work hard and take pride in your work, but also causes you to recognize that work and the financial rewards that it can bring are not the most important thing in life. And it is that strength and enthusiasm deep within you that emanates from faith in our eternal Creator and the belief that all things are possible through God. I hope that you have an enthusiasm for life. Enthusiasm is that mysterious something that turns an average person into an outstanding individual. Enthusiasm lifts us from fatigue to energy and pulls us from mediocrity to excellence. You are special. Each and every one of you are special. Don't you forget that, and don't you let those around you forget that. And if anybody tells you why it is or asks you why it is that you're special, then you can tell them that you set a goal of graduating from this school and you achieved it. Tell them it couldn't be achieved without many sacrifices, so you made them. And perhaps you had families that sacrificed financially and otherwise as well to help you in achieving this goal. And tell them you will set and achieve many additional goals in your life because you've developed a self-confidence and a work ethic that puts you in control of your destiny rather than being controlled by the circumstances of life that confront you. These are interesting times and in some ways scary times in which we live. New technology is expanding and shaping our lives in new and exciting ways. Career choices that were once clear are now confusing to say the least. World conflict continually takes center stage, and our country, while still strong, faces challenges financial, and societal, that must be addressed. We desperately need a new generation of leaders, and perhaps some of you sitting here now can fill that need. We need real leaders who are willing to, as the founder of this school would have said, dare to be right. While it may come as a surprise to some, doing what is right does not require taking a poll. It is indeed a wonderful life for those who choose to make it so. To all of the special people here today, I say congratulations. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your ceremony, and may God bless you and all of those that you care about. Thank you. It's a wonderful life.
It's now a pleasure to let you know that it's time to hand out the diplomas and recognize you as graduates. I know you've been waiting for this, and in about 1 hour from now, we'll be standing in the quadrangle, and you'll have your chance to throw your hat up in the air and really become alumni. So it's a great pleasure. Let me congratulate you on all your accomplishments, as the guest speaker said.
On behalf of the graduating class, we request that there be no applause until after the awarding of diplomas for all of the cadets has been completed. Anthony Michael Barton, Chesapeake, Virginia.
Congratulations. Great job. Do us proud.
Justin Avery Bell, Stewart Stratton, Virginia.
We've got a lot of proud people here today. Thank you.
Evan McHugh Howard Berry, Fishersville, Virginia.
Congratulations. A lot of proud folks here. Thank you.
Alexander Aladino Burkhardt, Stewart Stratton, Virginia.
Congratulations. You really did. Give yourself proud.
David Emiliano Candelario, Washington, D.C.
Congratulations. Did yourself proud, young man. Thank you.
Angel Ricardo Carrion, Trujillo Alto, Puerto Rico.
Congratulations. Give yourself and your family proud. Thanks.
Joseph Benjamin Clare, Portsmouth, Virginia.
Congratulations. Look at your dad. Look at that smile. Congratulations. So,
Glenn Dave Cleveland II, Peachtree, Georgia.
congratulations. Do us proud. Good job.
Walter Eugene Kurt, Port Republic, Virginia.
Look around here. Look at your dad. There you go. Good job.
Evan Lawrence Darwin, Goodlettsville, Tennessee.
Congratulations. Where's your family? No idea. Congratulations. Good luck to you. Let me know if I can help.
Alexander Justin Doran, Dumfries, Virginia.
You're so proud this year. Congratulations. Good job.
Christopher Eugene Dobson, Silver Spring, Maryland.
Okay, looks great down there. There you go. Congratulations. I think you've got the most people here too.
Benjamin Lynch Gomez, Falls Church, Virginia.
Congratulations. Good job. No, not yet. 2 years from now.
John Paul Anthony Gonzalez, Washington, D.C.
Congratulations. Thank you. Appreciated your 42 yesterday. Good job.
Tavares Hamilton, Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Congratulations. Awesome, Patty. Go make us look good. Okay?
Harry Daniel Murray Harris, Hyattsville, Maryland.
Congratulations. There you go. Good job, Patty.
William Allen Johnstone, Mason, Ohio.
Congratulations. You did a great job.
Nolan Major King, Ormond Beach, Florida.
Congratulations. Good job. Pay attention.
Tyler Lee Lawson, Bradenton, Florida.
Congratulations. Good time, man. Back.
Uriel Junior Lloyd, Bronx, New York.
Good job. I'm proud of you. Yeah, look out there. There you go.
Patrick Louis, New York, New York.
We're glad you came down and spent a year with us. Wish it's been 5. Good luck.
Christopher Michael Lauder, Norfolk, Virginia.
Congratulations. And see you.
Martin Charlie Nail, Falls Church, Virginia.
Congratulations. Good job. You looking for
Charles Thomas McMillan, Nevada, Florida.
congratulations. Good job. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jason Alexander Montgomery, Falls Church, Virginia.
Make sure Mega Hua.
Yeah.
There you go.
Totally.
Good luck.
Timothy Ian Morricone, Rose, Virginia.
Congratulations. Great job. Proud of you. Thank you.
Maurice Justin Motley, Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Good job.
John Nicholas O'Hara, Orleans, Massachusetts.
Congratulations. Made it. Good job. Thanks, Bill.
Derek Alexander Martina, Charlottesville, Virginia.
Congratulations. You got a crowd here. Where are they at? Congratulations.
Jan Brandon Chabilsky, Chesapeake, Virginia.
Congratulations. I'm going to be down here make a wood short. Come see you. Take care. I'll track you down.
Krishna Kailash Shukla, Lutherville, Maryland.
Congratulations. You got it. Thank you.
Mahmoud Ahmed Solomon, Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Caught it. Congratulations. Good job this year. Yeah, I'm sure that's yours.
Ryan Evan Watkins, Fairfax Station, Virginia.
Thank you.
Sean Patrick Wrigley, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Really hard to know that you can't.
Ed Cho Yang, Seoul, South Korea.
Congratulations. First green, very congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2011.
Again, congratulations. When we're done here, the final formation will be up in the quadrangle. We'll retire the colors and then dismiss the corps. So please join us up there. At this time, please stand as Captain Roger Wells leads us in the singing of the national anthem, followed by Mr. Corbett and the benediction.
Before we read together the Fishburne prayer, I want to give you one more Spanish lesson. I know you couldn't wait. This is the benediction. Benediction is the same word and comes from the same place as blessings. That's what it means, blessings. And your Spanish lesson is this. The Spanish for that is bendiciones. And I want to offer all of you bendiciones because you deserve bendiciones. When God's hand is upon you, it is a tremendous thing. It was once said to Martin Luther King, I know that God's hand is upon you. I can see that, and that can be a dangerous thing. But when God's hand is upon you, it will always be a blessing. Jeremiah says, For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart. Turn to the designer to find out what your design is all about. Let's together read the Fishburne Prayer, say the Fishburne Prayer. I'll wait for you to get that. Because this is your prayer. Do you have it? Do we know it? You should. No? Then I will read it, and we will listen to the words, and when we leave this place, ask for God's hand to be upon you, even though it may be a dangerous thing. Our Father, we ask you for the privilege and responsibility of belonging to the Fishburne Corps. All about us are the sights and sounds of freedom, purchased at great sacrifice. Our benefactors are noble men and women from every walk of life, professors and statesmen and patriots and soldiers who sleep beneath little white crosses around the world. Lord, help us to use wisely our time in this hallowed place for the growth of the minds, the strength and purity of the body, the development of character, the enrichment of the heart and spirit, the birth of dreams, the pursuit of peace, the bond of comradeship, and the common good of all mankind. When our march has ended and our last muster has been recorded, when the last battle has been fought and we sleep with a haunting melody of taps and stand for our final inspection before the Judge of all, grant that we shall be found to have been worthy of the Corps, true to our God and faithful to our fellow men. Hear our prayer in the name of the Prince of Peace. Amen. May God bless you all.
Gentlemen, fix your uniforms. We'll stand here until you do.